The old woman pulled out every piece of gold, silver, and jewelry she had on her, desperate for just one decent meal. But the man across from her didn't even look up. He just raised his gun, signaling them to leave immediately. In this post-apocalyptic wasteland, gold and silver were worthless, nothing more than useless junk. Still, the old woman wasn't ready to give up. She pulled out a small pouch of seeds. With these, Mike could grow more food and have a sustainable source of nourishment. Seeing Mike hesitate, the old woman thought she'd finally struck a deal. But the next moment, Mike handed the seeds right back to her. Clearly, neither offer was enough to sway him. Left with no choice, the old woman played her last card, her daughter, Anna. Hearing this, Mike's heart sank. He'd been living alone in this barren land for 50 years, and no one could understand that kind of loneliness. After a brief moment of consideration, he finally nodded and agreed to let the mother and daughter inside. But Mike didn't let his guard down. He carefully searched them both to make sure they weren't carrying any weapons before he felt even slightly at ease. Then he made them a long-forgotten meal of KFC. After they ate, the old woman kept her word and left the house alone. By rights, both of them should have left the next day, but the old woman made another request. She wanted to stay and help Mike tend the farm as free labor, a win-win for both of them. To her surprise, Mike immediately raised his gun again. He'd survived this brutal world by being cautious and suspicious. These two were complete strangers and could bring unpredictable danger at any moment. The old woman didn't argue. She turned to leave. But after stepping outside, Anna suddenly came back in, holding a knife. Mike didn't know what she intended. Instinctively, he aimed his gun at her, ready to fire at the slightest wrong move. But to his surprise, Anna simply used the knife to gently shave the beard off his face. Maybe touched by this act of sincerity, or maybe moved by this unexpected tenderness, Mike finally broke his own survival rules and let the mother and daughter stay. What he didn't know was that this decision would bring danger right into his world, danger that might even cost him his life. In the days that followed, the old woman bustled around looking industrious on the surface, but secretly she was watching Mike's every move. She gradually realized that the reason she had to grovel and submit was because Mike always carried that gun. While Mike was talking with Anna, the old woman quietly searched the entire house and discovered something crucial. Though Mike carried the gun every day, there were no bullets anywhere in the house. This meant he probably only had 2 rounds on him. Sure enough, that night Anna told her mother she'd seen Mike put his only 2 bullets in his pocket. The old woman was secretly pleased and immediately told her daughter to steal the bullets that night. The next morning, Anna made an excuse about washing her face at the river, successfully getting Mike to lower his guard. Meanwhile, the old woman picked up a shovel, pretending to help Mike sow seeds, but gradually moved closer behind him, planning to strike him down when he wasn't looking. At that critical moment, Mike suddenly noticed unfamiliar footprints on the ground. He immediately realized that Anna, who had gone out alone, might be in danger, so he didn't hesitate to sprint toward the river. The old woman, also worried about her daughter's safety, rushed after him. Sure enough, just as Anna finished washing up, she'd been grabbed by a strange man. When they reached the river, they only found one of Anna's shoes. She was nowhere to be seen. The old woman screamed her daughter's name hoarsely, but only deathly silence answered her. Mike quickly calmed down. He noticed broken branches nearby and found footprints on the ground identical to the ones from before, so he followed the trail. When Mike reached a clearing thick